Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today, we are going to be talking about ultimate hunting, and I'm going to try and be pretty quick about this one. Don't want to take up too much time, but did want to go ahead and give you a little bit of an update since we are officially in summer for about a little over a week now. But anyway, this is what we're looking at. So in the demo, we're going to have a 4 kilometer squared map to play and hunt 3 species. That's going to be the kudu, the elephant, and the warthog. We're going to have 3 missions to complete, and we can play with up to 4 players in their co-op mode. Now, I have been in touch with Raffle and the team, and I got a little exclusive information here about the rare piebald warthog that we've seen. Those will not be featured right away. So just a heads up there. I went ahead and reached out to him, asked him, hey, is this something we're going to see? And the last I heard was they were not going to be featured. So that is just something to know. They are out there and willing to communicate those kind of things with you. So for the features in the demo, it says, right there on the Steam page, you can hunt 3 animal species. The elephant, the warthog, and the kudu are going to roam the demo landscape that 4 kilometers squared. So you're going to be able to use the fully functional plant atlas, the game atlas that we've covered in both of those. So you got like the animals and you got the plants that they eat. You're going to be able to customize your rifle. You'll be able to use the lures. So like any of the calls. Then you're also going to be able to track animals with their AI. Now, I know we all wanted to see the driving and transporting of the animals, and you will be able to do that. It says navigate the terrain in a vehicle and transport your harvested trophies. So that big scene where you have the elk in the back of the truck, that is going to be possible. I mean, not with an elephant, of course. You're not going to put that in the back of your truck, but there's a trailer that you're going to be able to tow. So I'm really excited to see those features. Being able to put the kudu in the back, being able to put the elephant and the warthog, that's going to be really cool to see right away. And you're going to be able to get a good scale of it from small game all the way up to the very largest game. So for the multiplayer co-op, you can hunt alone or you can join up to 3 friends online, coordinate strategies, and take on the missions together. So you're going to be able to complete missions together. That's something that we cannot say for other games, and I just won't even get into that. But you can actually complete missions together in a co-op experience, and then also experience the wild, they're saying as a team. That's really cool. I like that. You'll be able to do that, work together to get these things done. Maybe your friend or someone you know is having a hard time, and you know how to get it done fairly easy. You can go in there and kind of guide them through this. We did a lot of guides in the beginning of Way of the Hunter, and I think, we're still going to be doing some of that here and there, especially with this game, and that's going to allow us to do that with friends. So that's really cool. Now, they do want to keep a mindset for the ethical hunting rules. A lot like other games, you just got to be mindful of your targets, and then hunting young animals has consequences, and repeat offenses can be labeled you as a poacher. Now, here's one thing that I thought would be pretty cool is if, you can take like 1 or 2, right? But if you had these repeat offenses like it's talking about, what if you got locked out of the weekly challenge, right? Or one of your challenges like that until their poacher name was cleared, whether you had to pay off a bounty or whatnot. That would be pretty cool to see. I mean, I don't want players to be put in a timeout necessarily from the game. I think they should still be able to do their thing, but maybe just something that kind of shows, hey, we're not going to sit here and say that you should do that all the time. I want to see how that kind of is implemented more, but I think that could be a really cool feature too. Even just taking some money from the player, it's not that big of a deal. I could see it, like if you just don't have that much money, well, now any money you get is just taken from you, right? Just kind of hinders you from getting more gear right away. I think that'd be just fine. People really wouldn't mind that too much. You just got to get out there and go do what you've been doing again. clear up that fee that you have technically, and then yeah, you'll be back at it. And now I have been asking further questions inside the Discord to get some more information about the team, about when the demo is actually going to be planned. And it looks like we are going to have an announcement for the demo with devlog number 5. And they're shooting for the end of summer with that. So I would expect to see the devlog 5 probably sometime in July. Maybe here this next week or two, we'll see something from them announcing, hey, the demo is coming in August, early September. You know, summertime isn't the greatest time to try and do a demo, and people have so much going on. You know, you got the 4th of July coming up, and I probably won't be doing too much gaming myself. So that's just something to consider when you're releasing a game. That's what I think they're going for, is probably an August release for that demo. Although I say that, and they did just give us 2 demos in Ultimate Fishing, so what do I know? But that is where we're looking at. We're looking at late summer is what Raffle has said, and that's pretty much all we have to go off of until they tell us different. Now, here's another thing I kind of wanted to get into, and I wanted to talk about how the demo is coming along and how it's being developed, and try and clear a little bit of stuff up with that. Because this team worked on another game, and that game was called Primitive. Now, I don't know what is going on with that one. That looked like a very good project, and I would love to see something like that come out. It looks really good. Now, we've had it a little bit cleared up in the Discord that there's about 4 people working on this, 2 full-timers and 2 part-timers. And Raintech has even said his time is about 10%, and most of his time is spent with Ultimate Games doing their titles, because Ultimate Hunting has not been picked up as a title that Ultimate Games is publishing. But because of the connection that Raintech has with Ultimate Games, they're able to push this through the Steam account and use certain marketing avenues to kind of get this thing out so people can see it. And I think that is kind of the confusion there. Ultimate Games should definitely pick this one up. I want to see the demo real quick, but I think that it would be really good to see Ultimate Games pick this up. I really like the development team. They are actually called Wildlands Interactive. So if you're looking for them, that is what they have worked on. That Primitive game looked really, really good. I think there's things to be taken from that you could put into this, like all the animal texturing, all the customization that they have. The scenes that look really good, and then some of it looks like an alpha build of a game. So you got to keep that in mind. Some of the things that we have been seeing throughout the trailers of this remind me of that. There's a little bit of an alpha feel to it, but as far as the game design and everything like that, it looks really good. You're gonna be able to customize your rifle. You'll have a couple characters to choose from. If we see any type of customization like this, that would be huge. That would be so impressive. That, I mean, already we have so many different features in this, and it's such an amazingly thought out project that if Ultimate Games didn't just pick this one up and start throwing a little bit more manpower at it, I think it could be a disservice. But when you start looking at how their teams operate, it really needs to be a passion project, something that they want to do, because they are constantly developing games and constantly trying to make them better. Personally, I feel like that is a fairly good strategy. You give people a little bit of a road, like, hey, this is what we're doing. But this is more for developers. We're like, hey, you want to try and make the best fishing game? Go. You want to try and make the best fishing game? Go. I wouldn't want to see it in Ultimate Hunting. I wouldn't want them being like, okay, you think you can make the best hunting game? Go. But think about it like this. Ultimate Hunting. Done. One project. Done. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to sit here and give it to you and then develop it, right? One project, good to go. The next game could be Ultimate Hunting Pole to Pole, and you do like South America, and then you do like Canada, right? That'd be pretty cool. Or you could just do other maps and you could update it with those kind of packages. But I could see something like each individual game, Ultimate Hunting, costs you $25, $30 max, right? You play one game, two maps. The next project is an update from that. I don't know what other projects you could do, like what other project name. That was just the top of my head, but that'd be pretty cool to see. And it wouldn't leave the dev team in this rough spot where they have to work on just that project constantly. They can kind of move around and do what they want and explore a little bit more of their ability and a little bit more of what the actual genre holds. And they can produce the best hunting game through those experiences. I think getting to just kind of remap stuff, make a better system straight off, just like from scratch, instead of trying to band-aid everything together as you found something better. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I would like to see from this game and how it moves. But as far as like how everything flows, you kind of get it. And it looks really good. It looks more, I don't know if I would say AAA, but it's starting to look like it's approaching a AAA, AA studio development. And when we get a little further down the road, I could see Ultimate Hunting being a pretty good competitor to all the other hunting and fishing developers out there. You see on Steam, they say they have the #1 fishing simulator on Steam. That's pretty good. You got to give them credit there, right? And I wouldn't mind seeing them compete in the hunting genre too, especially with that kind of attitude. They're gonna be producing the best kind of game. So that's what you got. We got a kind of a free agent team out here producing a hunting game, who I hope gets picked up by Ultimate Games and they really just kind of put the foot down and get after it. Get this project out, see how it goes, right? Because after the merger between T3 and Wildlands Interactive sounds like a really good title for a development team of a hunting community. So, I mean, I would love to see that. And I hope it does get picked up. And I hope this project does really good. That's pretty much all the update I have for you for now. The demo is going to be only on Steam. It will not be on PlayStation or Xbox as far as we know. Always feel free to ask stuff in the Discord. But I think that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for checking out the video. And as always, have a good day.